Hey everybody, hello from Northwest Iceland. It's a little chilly here. I had a few people write in after a video last week asking if the FDA's decision to fully certify the Pfizer vaccine was going to change the math and encourage more people to actually get vaccinated. Well, I would love for that to be true. I really don't expect it. Anyone who was eager to get vaccinated is now in line to get their booster shot, so they haven't been convinced. If you're one of those folks that doesn't trust the government, having yet another government official say that the vaccine is safe is probably not going to move the needle. And then there's three other things that are kind of going on that suggest to me that the answer is still no. First of all, you guys remember chloroquine? Some people seem to think that it prevents you from getting COVID. That's been just proven multiple times in the last year and a half. People are still taking it regularly as a maintenance medication. Unfortunately, chloroquine is an anti-malarial drug. It's not even antiviral, it's anti-amoeba. And it is not designed as a maintenance medication. You get malaria, you take chloroquine, and when the malaria goes away, you stop taking the drug. That's how it's supposed to work. If you take it long term, the side effects are horrific. It dampens mental acuity, it damages your retina, so it literally makes you dumb and blind. But people are still taking it, and you know, some of them have been taking it for 14 months. The other one is ivermectin. Now, ivermectin is cleared for human use for getting rid of things like scabies and lice, but that's not what people are taking. They're taking ivermectin that is designed for horses to deworm. It's a dose that is roughly 10 times what is safe to take for a human, not to mention it's not even formulated for the human biology. It's gotten to the point that the FDA and the CDC have actually had to issue tweets that just say, "You are not a horse," which I thought was pretty obvious. Also, there's absolutely no clinical data from any country in the world that suggests that it does anything for you whatsoever. And then third, I've got a friend, one of my smart friends, who is, let's just call her vaccine nervous. And she didn't want to get Pfizer or Moderna because she didn't think it was a proven technology. So she went out and eventually got the J&J vaccine because she thought it was more trusted with a better track record. For those of you who've been following my work, you know that's totally false. The J&J vaccine is based off the Ebola vaccine, which is less than a decade old. And the Ebola vaccine was never even widely used because it has so many side effects. Whereas Pfizer and Moderna are based off of mRNA technology, which has been used in gene therapy for 35 years now. So I did something that is very unlike me, and I just kept my mouth shut. There was no point. She had gotten to the right place. There was no point in burdening her with facts or pointing out where her logic was wrong. The point of all this is kind of the norm we're in right now. And so it's going to be up to companies and employers to mandate vaccines and universities, for example. And that is happening with a cavalcade. That is the biggest change we have seen from the FDA approval of Pfizer. We've had over 1,000 universities mandate vaccines for all attendees in just the last week. And we've had companies left, right, and center, Chevron, Exxon, Delta, United Airlines, the post office is probably going to get in there within the next week. This is going to be how it happens here. This is going to be how we get past it. Because if the federal government mandates it, then it's a political issue. But if your boss mandates it, it's an employment issue. And since you cannot get unemployment if you quit because you would have had to get a vaccine otherwise, that's on you. So we're establishing this weird system, from my point of view, where there's economic incentives and disincentives to basically do the right thing and get the vaccine shot. It's longer than a normal vaccine. It's longer than a vaccine passport. And it's going to result in, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of more deaths. But they will be concentrated among the people who think that horse medication is a good idea. Okay, that's it from me. Until next time. Oh yeah, one more thing on ivermectin. It's toxic. The horse medication is toxic. And something like half of the poison control calls in the rural South, where this has become popular, are now because people have OD'd on horse medication. I just wanted to add that in there. Okay, I'm really done now. Bye.